Look, if you've been feeling constantly drained, unmotivated, and maybe you're struggling to see actual results in the gym, I really need you to hear this. Your low testosterone, it probably isn't just a bad roll of the genetic dice. It's your diet. Seriously. Today, in this explainer, we are on a mission to rebuild your meals from the absolute ground up. We're going to look at the exact foods you need to overhaul those hormones and get your energy back.
So here's our game plan for today. First, fixing your broken diet. Second, power proteins and fats. Third, sweet treats that boost T. Fourth, veggies, spices, and herbs. And finally, building your new diet.
All right, Section 1, fixing your broken diet. Let's get right into the harsh truth here. I want to kick things off by challenging you with a pretty vital question. Why exactly is your testosterone low? You know, so many guys are quick to point the finger at their genetics, or maybe their age, or their super stressful jobs. But what if you need to rethink that? What if the real culprit behind your low energy and your poor gym results is literally sitting right there in your kitchen cabinets?
Because honestly, here's what's really happening for most of us. You are likely eating what we can only call a kid's shopping list. You know the one. It's packed with junk food staples, it's incredibly high in sugar, and crucially, it offers zero actual nutrients. When you eat like a kid on a permanent sugar rush, you are giving your body absolutely none of the raw materials it actually needs for hormone production. But hey, don't worry, because we are about to fix that right now.
Which brings us to Section 2, power proteins and fats. This is our foundation. Now, for years, the fitness industry has sold you on these classic gym bro myths, right? Chugging 20 egg whites a day, chewing on dry chicken breast 5 times a day, and obsessing over expensive, frankly low-quality farm-raised salmon. But what actually drives real results? Well, we are swapping all of that garbage out for affordable, wildly nutrient-dense alternatives that actually move the needle. We're talking whole eggs, oysters, and cheaper but vastly superior fish like sardines and mackerel.
Seriously, I absolutely love this piece of advice. Stop throwing away the yolk like you're allergic to gains. It's hilarious, but man, it is completely true. We've really got to drop this old egg white obsession. Look, the egg white, it only gives you protein. That's literally it. The yolk, on the other hand, holds the cholesterol, the vitamin D, and the omega-3s. And that right there is the exact raw material your body actually uses to manufacture testosterone. You really should be eating 3 to 4 whole eggs every single morning.
Okay, now let's talk about zinc and how it relates to our next major food, oysters. Sure, I know they might look a little bit like ocean boogers, but they are literally one of the richest sources of zinc on the planet. And zinc gives you this absolutely crucial double whammy benefit. It directly helps your body produce more testosterone, and it actively blocks the enzyme that tries to convert your testosterone into estrogen. No way, right? But it's true. Oh, and if you can't stomach oysters, things like shrimp, crab, and mussels are fantastic alternatives.
Next up, we have a really important number, 1,600. A massive study looked at over 1,600 men and found that regular fish oil intake directly correlated with higher free testosterone levels. Now sure, you could just take a pill, but real food is always, always better. And this is the exact reason why you need to drop that low-quality farm-raised salmon that's swimming in things you really don't want to think about. Swap it out for cheap, incredibly healthy sardines, mackerel, and herring.
And look, we obviously can't talk about proteins and fats without talking about beef. Putting all the wild internet debates completely aside, let's just look strictly at the science of hormones. Quality beef is an absolute powerhouse. It's packed with vitamins A, B6, B12, K2, and again, that vital cholesterol. In fact, one study actually showed that compared to eating carbs after training, consuming beef improves your testosterone to cortisol ratio. Bottom line, that means more muscle-building hormones and significantly less stress hormones.
Moving right along to Section 3, sweet treats that boost T. Yes, we're talking desserts with benefits.
Check out this staggering number, 24%. That is the massive increase in testosterone seen in studies from consuming pomegranate juice. Most guys literally never even think about pomegranates because, let's face it, they're too busy chugging sugary energy drinks. But pomegranate juice actually does something incredibly useful. It fights inflammation with antioxidants, it provides fantastic recovery carbs, and if you aren't a fan of the juice, just throwing some pomegranate seeds into a salad is an amazing way to boost your hormones while, actually feeling like an adult eating real food. Now here is a sweet treat you'll actually be excited to eat, but listen up, there are rules. Your dark chocolate must be at least 80% cacao. Anything under that is literally just candy pretending to be healthy.
But if you hit that 80% mark, you are getting a food completely loaded with magnesium, zinc, and flavonoids. And the absolute best part, it actively lowers cortisol, your stress hormone, while improving blood flow. It's a dessert that is literally putting in work for your physique.
Next up, we really need to talk about honey. You have got to stop buying that cheap plastic bear honey from the grocery store. Half the time, it's just corn syrup or sugar pretending to be honey, often just a complete mystery mix sourced from multiple countries. What you actually need is raw, local honey. Why? Because raw honey actively protects your testosterone-producing cells. And just like zinc, it helps reduce the conversion of your hard-earned testosterone straight into estrogen.
All right, section 4, veggies, spices, and herbs. These are your secret weapons.
Let's start with onions, probably the cheapest, most easily accessible food on our entire list. They have a direct impact on luteinizing hormone, or LH. Now, this is the crucial hormone that acts as the signal, literally telling your body to produce testosterone. And guess what? Onions actually help increase LH. So the main takeaway here is this: no LH signal means absolutely no testosterone. Onions are out here doing actual heavy lifting in your body. Put them in everything. Salads, stir-fries, burgers. Honestly, they're mandatory.
Now brace yourself for this number, 98%. Yeah, some studies showed a 98% increase in free testosterone after just 8 weeks of consuming fenugreek. This herb is literally the expensive supplement industry's worst nightmare. These companies take this dirt cheap ingredient, slap a super fancy label on it, and sell it to you for an absolute fortune. Fenugreek improves insulin sensitivity, it lowers inflammation, and it works total wonders for your hormones. Just cook with it as a spice, make a tea, or honestly, just grab some cheap capsules.
And here we have the leafy greens: spinach, kale, arugula, Swiss chard. Look, you have to stop dodging these. Leafy greens are absolutely packed with magnesium. And magnesium is critical because it reduces oxidative stress, which is the exact thing that naturally tanks your testosterone as you get older. The research here is crystal clear. Higher magnesium intake directly correlates with higher testosterone. So eat your vegetables, or you're going to have to deal with the consequences to your hormones.
Our last secret weapon is ginger. Now, yes, I know, it has a very strong kick to it, but the benefits are just incredible. It actually contains aphrodisiac properties that directly affect your sex hormones. Plus, it does a genuinely fantastic job of regulating your blood sugar, which indirectly supports your entire hormonal system. And you don't have to just chew on a raw root or anything. Grate it into your smoothies, add it to a stir-fry, or make a hot tea. The benefits make it absolutely worth finding a way to sneak it into your diet.
Finally, section 5, building your new diet. Let's put this all together.
So, this brilliantly illustrates our whole explainer today. We've mapped out your ultimate tea-boosting grocery list right here. Under proteins and fats, you've got your whole eggs, oysters, and beef, providing that foundational cholesterol and zinc. Then, your sweet treats, pomegranate, dark chocolate, and raw honey, are delivering those crucial antioxidants and magnesium, all while keeping you sane. And your veggies and spices, onions, fenugreek, and greens, are driving up those LH signals and fighting off oxidative stress. Literally, every single category serves a specific, powerful biological mechanism. It's like a giant puzzle coming together. So, by completely overhauling your grocery list with these 11 foods, you've taken the biggest possible step toward reclaiming your energy and your results. But I want to leave you with a question to really think about. Now that your diet is fixed, what unseen daily habits are still killing your testosterone? You see, diet is just the first step. You've built an amazing foundation, but to truly optimize your life, you need to start looking at the rest of your daily routine. Until next time, keep eating real food and keep learning.